And we are live. And where are my glasses? I don't know. Hey everybody, we're live, and I thought I had my glasses right here with me, and I'm looking, and I don't see them. Found them. The hubby found them. Sorry about that. If you're looking for an opportunity to connect with a group of like-minded ladies who are trying to grow their YouTube channels one subscriber at a time, you are in the right place, because on YouTube Strategy Monday, we get down to the business of talking about how we can grow our YouTube channels one subscriber at a time. And we are using one of the videos today by VidIQ, and it is how to get more views and grow your subscribers. So if you're here on the replay, thank you for joining us. Thank you for jumping in. I think you'll get some good value from this content, because we go hard on Growth Strategy Monday. But for those of you that are here on the live stream, how you doing, ladies? I am just so glad to share this time with you. And somebody's name had just popped up, and it was there and gone so quick that I didn't get a chance to see it. But if you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women to make wise home health and beauty decisions. So if you want to learn more about running a household, subscribe. Or if you want to see reviews about products that can benefit you in your home, subscribe, because I do videos on those topics all the time. So hit that subscribe button and tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And how you doing, Trisha? How you doing, Marilyn? And how you doing, Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime? I am so excited to be with you guys tonight. And Trisha, I've got a little bit of news for you tonight too. I did a little bit of research after we got off our live stream last night, and just to kind of see, because you had said that your only competitors were other like channels that were done by like big corporations and that kind of thing. So I got to looking around, and you were mostly right, but I did find a couple that I thought might interest you. But hey, Cheryl from Around the House with Cheryl, it's always good to see you as well. You know, the video that we were supposed to look at today was very similar to the one we looked at last week. How many of you guys thought it was the same video when you first started? Just tell me that real quick. Who thought it was the same video? Because I know when I started looking at it, I thought, well, wait a minute. It says this was a new video, but I know I just saw this. And so I went back and double checked, and it was a new video, and the content was different. But I guess one of the things that I learned, hey, Craft Today with Rita Renee, but one of the things that I learned is that he always likes to use that chocolate cake analogy. And I guess it's kind of a joke around VidIQ, because a couple of the guys were on the other VidIQ channel, and they were talking about some stuff, and one of them brought up the chocolate cake, and then they just kind of laughed a little bit and said, yeah, you know, LaRon likes to do the chocolate cake thing. So it's like an inside or a house. When I say joke, I don't mean like negatively, but just like one of their things that he likes to do is the chocolate cake analogy. And I tell you what, it works for me, because I mean, I love chocolate cake, so it certainly works. So Trisha said she didn't get a chance to watch it, but Trisha, you got to watch the first one last week, so you should still get a lot of value out of today's conversation. So I tell you, it was just kind of interesting, and this is probably about the third time that I've gone through this video, and I have to say, every time I go through it, I learn something new. So I'm really glad that we kind of doubled down on this video by VidIQ. And one of the things that I did mention last night was that I did sign up to be an affiliate for VidIQ. Now, I'm not real sure exactly what all that involves. I think it just means that if you guys decide to purchase VidIQ, or even if you just use the free version, I might get some kind of a little, I don't know, compensation if you guys sign up for something. But they just offered that affiliate about a week ago. So I'm still learning about it. But I wanted you to know that. But I did not recommend this video just for that purpose. I have been looking around for what's good for us or me and thought this was another good one for us to jump on. So one of the questions that I was thinking about when I was getting ready for tonight, I thought about what my process is for making a video. And some of you probably noticed I did a live stream earlier today. Today is National Nurses Day, so thank you to all my nurses out there. And so I wanted to do just a quick live stream for National Nurses Day. And I got dressed, got my face on, and got ready to pick up the iPad. And I was like, no, wait, this is not the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do your research first. So that's what I did. I did go back to the computer. I researched some titles and I researched some topics. And hey, Stephanie. Oh, so she's trying to get a video up tonight too. So she's multitasking. Well, I certainly understand that, Steph. So if you have to jump off, you can always catch the replay too. And Elaine, now who was Elaine? Did I miss somebody? So there's somebody on named Elaine and I missed who they are. So hello, Elaine, and I'll figure out who you are in just a bit. But anyway, I did go and I did do my research first this time before I started filming. And I looked at the topic, and one of the things that I found when I checked the topic was that there were like 1,600, I think it was 1,600 searches per hour for Nurses Week. And Trish is trying to get one up on physical therapy. And Elaine Gordelin. So that's who just came on, Elaine Gordelin. So I'll have to see who that is. So welcome, Elaine Gordelin. I haven't seen that name before, so I think you must be new to our circle. So now Steph is watching on her cell and then using her laptop. So hey, that is funny. I have tried that before too. And one of the things that I told my husband is that after we get back from our anniversary celebration, I'm going to try to get where I'm at least doing one of these live streams up in the office, because when I'm down here in the kitchen, then he's got to be fairly quiet in there, in the family room. And he's got the ball games on right now because it's playoff time. And he's like, okay, look, you're pushing it. So Elaine Gordon, welcome to you. Welcome to our sister circle. If you are new here, one of the things that we do on Monday night is they usually have a video assignment that they got the night before from the Shout Out Sunday show. And they look at that video if they can. If they can look at the video prior to jumping on, we look at the video ahead of time, and then we talk about it on tonight's show. But we talk about how we can apply it to our channels, because we are all growing in our YouTube journey. And so we are helping each other grow one subscriber at a time. And tonight we're talking about the VidIQ video, how to grow with VidIQ with Laron Segif is what we're looking at. And he talks about the 3Ds, discoverability, discoverability, distribution, and deliverability. Those are the three things: discoverability, deliverability, and distribution. And then he kind of walks us through those throughout the process. And just so I'm thinking about it, I've got 10 of you on. If I could get 10 thumbs up, that would be great. And so when I was getting ready to do my live stream on National Nurses Week, I thought, okay, you need to research the titles to see how many people are discovering that. And even though I knew it was like today and this week, and I knew people would be searching, it was because it was an important topic to me. But I thought, let me just see what other people are searching. And I was validated that it was a good topic to do. So I researched the topic, and so there was that. So let me ask you guys while you're out there, and Elaine, you said you are very new, so let me just ask you this, and then you others can jump in. And Mangie Housewife is on. Hey, Mangie, it's always good to see you. Tell me this. What's your process when you get ready to start a video? So Stephanie said she's trying to upload a video now, so she's kind of going back and forth. And Mangie, you just jumped on. Elaine, you're new. So what's your process when you get ready to start a video? Let's talk about that first. Let's start there. What's your process? So now Trisha searched, and she said she was happy to learn that physical therapy had 368,000 searches per hour. Okay, Trisha, so see, that's huge. So now Trisha, it apparently is beginning to start her research before she picks up her camera. Wendy, always busy, just joined us. Hey, Wendy, it's always good to see you too. And I'm glad you're here because I know you're in that growing stage, just like the rest of us. And there's just so much we can all learn from each other. And I have to tell you what, that video tonight was chock full of information. So if you have not looked at that video, you will certainly gain from what we talk about tonight, but then go back and look at the video. Like I said, I looked at that video 3 times. So Trisha said she has learned to do her keyword research first. So hey, kudos to you, Trisha, for doing that. And that is something that I have not always done, but I am now learning to do that. So for Elena and then Manji and Stephanie, tell me, what's your process when you get ready to start a video? So Trisha's doing her keyword research first, and now she's working on the title. And that's important to do. But what are you other guys doing? What's your process? Like, have you changed anything? So Stephanie says she's already filmed and edited, but she's double checking her keywords and title, making sure they're appropriate. And then she's also working on the thumbnail. Speaking of thumbnails, this is something I just saw today. Haven't looked at it, but I did see where VidIQ had a video that they posted, I believe today, about thumbnails. So I'm going to take a look at that. It could be one that's worth us looking at. So Trisha said she's working on titles followed by description. Elena's just focusing on making videos using, and Elena was gone. I didn't get it quick enough. So Elena, if you want to post that again, but you said you're just now focusing on making videos. And then Cheryl said she's going to be sure to check it out. Yes, Cheryl, you want to be sure to check it out because I'm telling you, I learned so much. So now, Elena, if you're just focusing on making videos, one of the things that I've learned in the past couple of weeks is that before we pick up that camera to make that video, before we press record, before we even pick up the camera, we should do our research first. And we should do keyword research where we're looking at who's looking for the topic we want to make a video about. Oh, so now Stephanie said she did a full voiceover video for her channel for the first time. It's not ASMR, but it's a full voiceover. And she's not tried that before. So, hey, Stephanie, trying something new. Manji said she needs to work on her thumbnails. And you know, Manji, tell me why you say that. Why do you say you need to work on your thumbnails? Now, I know I need to work on my thumbnails, and I've been putting a lot of work into it. One of the things that I'm really trying to address is my watch time and my views. And I can't get views and increase my watch time if folks don't click on the video. So I've really been working on my thumbnails as well. And then I was telling the guys yesterday that my little granddaughter was helping me to answer comments and view videos. Well, Kim, you're saying my thumbnails are awesome. They're getting better. They are a lot better. But if you look at my videos, even say 50 videos ago, my thumbnails were a hot mess. But I've learned to make the images bigger. I've been working with the same font and trying to narrow down my color scheme. I've still got a lot of work to do. But I have to tell you, I told you guys last night how little Miss Morgan said, Grandma, your pictures are horrible. And I was like, oh. So I didn't think they were all horrible, but there were a couple that definitely needed work. But like I told you, little Miss Morgan does not mince words. So I've really been thinking about trying to make them better. And I've tried to look at my thumbnails from the eyes of a 6-year-old. So I've really been trying to do work on those. But as we think about what we're trying to do, and then Elena, all of this is going to apply to you, you know, think about doing that keyword research first before you do the video. So now Elena noticed she gets a lot of views, but little views retention time. Okay. So then you're going to want to start digging into your analytics to see what's what, to see what's going on there. So when we look at the video, LaRon's video tonight, and he talked about the 3Ds again, and he talked about discoverability. And I thought about what I used to do and what I do now. So like I said, I've definitely changed my process. So let me ask you guys, how many of you have used the search bar on YouTube previously? And are you using that search bar differently now? Can we have a little bit of dialogue on that? I really like the way he showed us how to walk through using the YouTube search bar. And he used the chocolate cake scenario. And I guess that's why I thought that it was the same video. Hey, April, it's good to see you. I guess that's why I thought it was the same video, is because he did the chocolate cake thing again. But I guess he always uses the chocolate cake. So I guess it works for him. So I thought I would try it. And I thought I would try it using art glitter glue, because I thought about, well, you know, the DIY, the crafters. So Stephanie downloaded VidIQ, the free version, and then keywords everywhere, and the search bar is so helpful. So yes, Elena, one of the things you want to do is download keywords everywhere and the free version of VidIQ. Now, Diva says she hasn't used the search bar yet, but now again, here's the search bar that I tried tonight, and this was on art glitter glue, because you know I talk about cleaning and I talk about cooking, but I don't really say much about crafting. So I thought for our crafters out there, and I think Wendy always busy, and I know Marie's DIY, those ladies that get into crafting, I thought, well, let's try a topic for them. And so I typed in the search bar art glitter glue, and then just put an F at the end. So Stephanie says, seeing how many times each word is searched help her know whether or not she's making the right thing. But I put an F at the end because he talked about using the alphabet. And so art, glitter, glue, and then I put a little F. And what popped up? Art, glitter, glue, fine metal tip, art, glitter glue, say that a bunch of times, fine tip, and then stopper toppers for art, glitter, glue. So those are some different things that popped up. And hey, Mary, welcome. Oh, don't worry about being a couple minutes late. Hey, we all jump on when we can. And we're talking about using the search bar. And I was just showing how I use the search bar today. And it just kind of really was just kind of interesting. And so I tried an F, but now let me try. So when I took the F off and I just have art, glitter, glue, look at all the other topics that popped up. And so again, these are topics that you crafters can consider using. Art, glitter, glue, fine metal tip, art, glitter, glue reviews, art, glitter, glue, Hobby Lobby, art, glitter, glue tip pins, art, glitter, glue, Michaels. And then there must be like 12 different ones that are on here. So if you're a crafter and you think about the tools that you use, art, glitter, glue might be one of them. And so these are at least what? Well, what did I do here? But here are at least a bunch of videos that you can do on art, glitter, glue. And that's just one of the tools that you probably use all the time. So Creative by Nature, welcome to you. And you probably are one of the ones that could benefit by the information that I was just sharing about art, glitter, glue. But I had just showed how some of the different topics that were available in regards to glitter glue or other forms of glue. So if you're a crafter, you know, that might be something you might want to consider. So, and we were asking, I had asked whether or not people were using the search bar. So I've really been impressed by what he showed me how to do with the search bar. So Elena says she's working on improving her content. Honey, let me tell you, we are all working on that, so you are not alone. Oh, now Stephanie said she likes typing the word in and then seeing what the top video is that pops up. Hi, Jackie, it's good to see you. And I think I forgot to mention Mary's Nest is on with us as well. So the search bar can really be your friend, Elena. So when you type in the search bar on a topic you're thinking about doing, one of the things you can see is what's the top video that pops up and what are all the other things that comes up. So yeah, so think about that. And then I was really impressed with him when he did the Mother's Day search with all the different topics that came up for Mother's Day. And he made the comment that if, so now Elena said she uses Google Trends. Okay, that should work as well. But he mentioned that if you're not doing a Mother's Day video in some form, you're missing out because right now Mother's Day is trending and it's one of those tentpole events. And if you're wondering what's a tentpole event, an event that spikes like this. So maybe you'll have a little bit of lead time and then it spikes and then it drops off. And Mother's Day is one of those things that comes every year. So, Trisha, you said that Mary's Nest advice is working for you, but you're going to have to let us know what she shared with you. And someone just said, I'm Donna, by the way, and I missed out who that was. I know we had a Donna that was on with us yesterday. I think that's Creative Arts is Donna, I do believe. Yeah, Creative by Nature, that's Donna. But yeah, the search bar technique is so helpful. So if you don't learn anything else from watching that video, try using the search bar technique to help you come up with content. The other thing that really impressed me about tonight's video was how to use the search volume, the keyword search graph or bar that's over on the right. And when you look at that, like it gives you, it says keyword search, and you want it to be in green for search and in green for competition. And it took me watching that a couple times before that really sunk in. But it looks like if it's a good search term, but a lot of people are using it or working on that topic, you might have a hard time of breaking out into that area. So you might need to vary your topic just a little bit, which is where the search bar comes in. Because I really liked how he showed like chocolate cake and then chocolate cake in the microwave, chocolate cake for beginners, chocolate cake with pecans, I don't know, but that kind of thing. And then you can choose one of those which are further down on the list that might be easier for you to rank and easier for you to get some good competition with. And Mother's Day was the same thing. Mother's Day brunch, Mother's Day tablescape, Mother's Day gift ideas, Mother's Day DIY projects, 5-minute Mother's Day DIY projects. I mean, there were so many things. And so that's one way to certainly get eyeballs on your channel is to do something on Mother's Day. And I don't care what genre you're in, you should be able to figure out how to work Mother's Day into it. So Rita Renee is going to have to go. And okay, so Rita, I will look for your Alondra chat tonight. As soon as we're done, I'll find it, I'll capture it, and I'll put it in the playlist. And I will put the playlist for the Alondra chats in this description box too, so that if you guys come back here, you can find it. I did put it in the playlist for the Shout Out Sunday. And yes, Okie Mom, you're tagged. And Silly Mommy for Life, which is Sylvia. Hey, Sylvia, it's good to see you as always. I missed you on my live stream earlier today. You are the one person, you and Nicholas, who almost always jump on my live streams whenever I post them. And so I missed you today, but that's okay. I know you have a life and have other things to do, but I just kind of get used to seeing you pop in. And I was like, wonder where Sylvia was today. Okay, so anyway, I'm digressing. So the other thing in the search bar that you can consider using is the autocomplete. And I thought that was pretty good advice as well. But I was more impressed with the search volume and the competition. I didn't really quite understand that piece, but now I do. So does anyone have any questions about that? So Sylvia and Stephanie, the two S's, are going to do a collab. That sounds like fun. We'll look forward to it. Okay, guys, I'm going to get a drink of water. My throat's still dry. I'm feeling a lot better today, but I'm still pretty dry from my medication. I got some right here, dear. Thank you. And one of the things I thought about so Okay Mom Black says ASMR alert a lot. Okay. So I'm not sure what I missed, but it sounds like a Jackie and Stephanie got something going with the ASMR. But one of the things I thought about, since I like to do cleaning, I thought, what if I put in how to clean? Because I need to get some more cleaning videos up. So when I typed in how to clean, first when I put in how to clean, popped up how to train your dragon. But now when I put in how to clean, how to clean cast iron skillet, how to clean white shoes, how to clean white vans. Let's see. Also, my how to clean white shirt looks like it's coming up. So now I'm going to put in how to clean white leather shoes. I'm going to put in shirts. How to clean out a flower bed. Oh, I might have to do something with that. But this is, I'm thinking laundry. You guys know how I love laundry videos. So how to clean white shirts, how to clean white shirts with pit stains. Oh, I haven't tried that one yet. How to clean white shirts with bleach. How to clean white shirts by hand, and how to clean white shirts with stains. And I missed something. What happened that we need to be praying for you, Sylvia? I must have missed something. I haven't seen you for a while. Has something been going on and that's why you haven't been on? Well, while she's waiting for that, while I'm waiting for that to pop up, I better keep moving on. So anyway, I think that the lessons with the search bar was well worth it. And so if you don't take anything else away, make sure you pick up on that. And then, like I said, I was impressed with the keyword score and volume. And one of the things that I did check was one of the volumes was that the keyword search volume was like 1,700 views per hour. And so that's one of the things that I'm learning to look at is not just how many views a video has had, but how many views per hour it's getting. Because one of the things he pointed out is that we want to make sure that the topic is still relevant. So Sylvia, it sounds like you've been ill, and so we'll all send out our prayers. Hopefully you'll get better soon. So how many of you have tried working with the views per hour? I know Stephanie said she has, but since we just learned about the views per hour, has anyone else tried looking at that as they did their preliminary research? Yes, Sylvia said she's been overworking and she needs to kind of slow down. I think I can tell that same story. I've been trying to slow it down a little bit too. Now, the hubby doesn't think so, but I really have. So, okay. So Tricia said she always looks at the views per hour. Now, does anyone else try using the views per hour? So Sylvia said she's trying to use her search engine. Okay, that's good. One of the other things that I noticed today for the first time, and like I said, I've looked at this video 2 or 3 times. I didn't really notice the historical graph where he showed on the one video they were doing, and it was about the end game. The graph was like this. Like, here's the graph, and here was, the graph was like this. So it went like straight up. And it was about the Avengers end game. And I hadn't really noticed that before, but it was the historical picture of that particular topic. So it showed the topic going straight up, which means that if a topic is trending that much, it would be nice if we could figure out a way to capitalize on it. And I've been trying to figure out how can I make a video about the Avengers Endgame work for me, and I've not yet been able to come up with any ideas on that. I mean, it just doesn't make sense for me. But there might be some of you that can make that topic work for you. But I'm going to keep thinking about it because I would like to be able to capitalize on that trend if I could. So let me ask you guys how. Okay, so Elaine has an inspired makeup, a makeup inspired by the Avengers. I'm going to have to check you out then. I want to see that because when the Black Panther came out, I did do a video where I did put on a makeup look inspired by Black Panther because we went to the movies that night and I had my little dots all over my face and had on my, my kente cloth and all that. So I was down. So I want to see what you did because I've been trying to sort that out, but I hadn't thought about makeup, but that's a good idea. Because I do like Zoe Saldana's makeup, the way she wore her makeup on that show. That was good. And so, yeah, I'll have to check out. And then some of the other ladies, Captain Marvel, I mean, she had a pretty natural look, but still, it's makeup that we could kind of do the trend for. So, I'm going to write that down. Because I didn't see them eating anything, so there was no way I could do food or anything like that. I don't know. We'll see. So have there been any way that any of you other guys have thought about how you can tap into any of the recent trends? Because typically the trending videos that YouTube has don't usually make sense for me. There might be one in the whole bunch, but again, just trying to figure out how we can tweak that to make it work should prove to be interesting. Now, one of the other topics that caught my eye when he was doing his search was the search on the Instapot. And I thought that was pretty good. And I typed in some Instapot titles because I don't have an Instapot, but I want to get one. And look at all these Instapot ones that came up. Yeah, Mary, those trending videos on YouTube just seems out there. But what I understood from him is that those trending videos are what's trending over YouTube, like internationally. And right now, there's really nothing trending this much for me either. Oh, now Elena thought about doing a party table inspired by the Avengers for kids. I might have to try that. Avengers tablescape. Because my grandson loves Marvel comics. Oh, kitchen knife trend. I must have missed that one. I'm going to look for that kitchen knife trim. But look, this is what I found on Instapot. So it was Instapot recipes, Instapot chicken breast, Instapot ribs, Instapot chicken. And I'm going to put in Instapot how. Okay, so I put in Instapot how because he talked about just walking down the alphabet like A, B, C, D, or using the who, what, where, why, and when. So I put in Instapot how, and I got Instapot how to use, Instapot how to cook rice. So I think it's Beth Ann at hashtag Catholic says she's afraid of the permissions that vidIQ asks for. But you know what, though? They're pretty safe. And some of the other really big YouTubers like Sean Cannell and Roberto Blake are using them. So I figure they got more to do than I do. Different kitchen knives for different values. So I'll have to try that. And thank you guys. Different kitchen knives for different values. And Elena, that's another thing we do here is that we will offer suggestions to the others in the group because sometimes, it takes more than one mind to come up with a good idea. So when I typed in the how for Instapot, Instapot how to use, Instapot how to cook rice, Instapot how it works, Instapot how to natural release, Instapot how to start. And so lots of stuff. So I'm going to try to do some Instapot recipes. And when I was looking at one of the channels that I found that I thought, oh, this could be a competitor of mine. She did all kind of Instapot things. Yeah, you can do how to make for those videos too. So a jockey's participating in a Mother's Day collaboration. So several of them to kind of get her Mother's Day videos up. Because really, if you guys aren't doing a Mother's Day video, you're going to miss out. And I'm going to try to get mine done tomorrow. And yes, the air fryer is trending as well. And my husband wants one of those. So I thought about getting him one of those. And then I can use it just to do some videos with it. And then someone had on their waffle maker. So I'm going to try some things like that. But now, not just me, for those of you others out there that like to cook, these are ideas that you can certainly take advantage of as well. Okay, so the Kentucky Derby is trending right now. The Kentucky Derby was May 6th. And so I did my Derby Day hat. And then there's been some other Derby Day things. And Andrea Mason just joined. And then also Elena's going to do a blog taking her mom to the nail salon. So that's a good one. Yeah, like where you can take your mom, different things like that. All right, so now how many of you have been looking at number of views per hour? And then someone also brought up keto. Keto prep is really big right now. I haven't done anything with keto, but keto is a huge trend that we could also consider jumping in on. Oh, so you're going to try to do Weight Watchers from a Catholic and vegetarian perspective. Okay. I've done a couple Weight Watcher meals, but not a lot. And there is one channel, and I can't think of the name of them, that all she does is Weight Watcher recipes. She just talks about how to work the plan. That's all she talks about on her channel. Taste testing the trending foods right now. So OK Mom Life is trying to work with upload days and times. You know, I have not trusted the suggested times for best time to upload. And Jackie, I did a look at your question. You said that on yours, all it said was EDT for Eastern Daylight Time. And I went back and I looked at the screen, and at the top of the screen, it'll have EDT or PST or whatever time zone you're in. And then underneath that, it'll have overall best time to post. And there's a set of bar graphs, and the two darkest ones will be your best time. And it'll usually say something like 6 to 8 a.m. or 6 to 8 p.m. or something like that. And then if you click on the overall, there will be some drop down buttons that you can put in Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, and the times will usually change for the different days. Hey Liz, how you doing? It's always good to see you. So really, you should be able to get a little bit more specific. But it says that my best time is usually between 9 and 11 p.m. And I just don't like that time. And I don't know. I feel like 9 o'clock is like, just from being on live with you guys, 9 o'clock, it just seems like most of us are trying to wind it down for the night. If you've got kiddies to get put to bed or whatever. So I don't know. So, but I thought I would give it a try. I thought I would see what posting at the times they suggest, how it actually, if it worked. So I'm going to give it a try and we'll see if it works. So we'll see. The only problem with that, though, is that if you're in a collaboration and the collab says post at 8 a.m. Eastern, the one thing that Lauren also talked about was viewer velocity and making sure that you get the most views you can in the first couple of hours that your video is posted. And when you're doing a collaboration, usually those first couple of hours are the best because people's videos are popping up at 8 or at 7 or whatever time the creator suggested. And then we just kind of start watching the videos right away in that circle. So I'm thinking if you're in a collaboration, that best time may not work for you. I could be wrong, but it just seems to me like the most views when you're in a collaboration comes when the videos are first deployed. So we'll have to watch that, but I am going to try and follow their advice and go by their best time. So we'll see about that. And then yesterday, one of the things that I did yesterday when I talked about trending videos, and let me find that because I did keep those notes. And I did get the list put into the description box this morning from yesterday's shout out. So if you guys need to go back and find that, it is in there. But I did look at videos that were trending. And when I say trending, I just looked at my competitors' channels, and that's one of the things you guys were supposed to do tonight was identify 3 competitors, and then tell me what those who they are, and then I'm going to post a new. Will put a new post on my community tab, and in that post, then you'll be asked to tell me what the 3 competitors are, and then how you plan to apply that information. So 2 main takeaways from that video. Who are your 3 competitors? How are you going to apply it? And what your other main takeaway was. And so, but let me back up for a second. When I looked at Simply Allie and I looked at how many, like the views that was trending on her channel that week, meaning what she posted out of the 5 videos she posted, I just picked 2. And healthy eating and easy meal preps were there, but she had 15,000 views with 333 views per hour. So that lets me know that is very relevant, which of course healthy cooking always is. And then Costco delivery. And so we talked about that for you, Trisha, for like Uber Eats or something like that, because she was getting 451 views per hour on that one. And all day clean with me's 259 views per hour, that kind of thing. So I am learning to look at that, whereas previously I had not. Okay, so you've picked out 2 and you're still searching for one more. You might consider My Intentional Life or Hannah's Happy Home. Check out those 2 because I think both of those could work for you. Hannah's Happy Life, I think she has about somewhere between 10 and 25,000 subscribers. And My Intentional Life has about 12,000 subscribers. So I think they could be good ones for you. So check those out. Again, that's Hannah's Happy Home and My Intentional Life. Both of them are stay-at-home moms, and I think they both have 2 or 3 children. So they kind of make me think of you, and they do mostly lifestyle stuff, mommy stuff. So I think they could be a good match for you. And then Trisha, I found for you, it was a video a channel called My Stroke, My Recovery. It's done by a guy. I can't remember his name. But Trisha, the channel is called My Stroke, My Recovery, and he has 399 views on this particular video and 151 subscribers. Now, I didn't notice how the views per hour when I found it, but he's relatively new. So My Stroke, My Recovery, and he has 151 subscribers. So you could join his family and then see whatever other videos he's got posted. He doesn't have a whole lot yet, but he's talking about his stroke rehab, and he shows himself in a gym where he's starting to learn how to walk and run again. I found another one. Now, this one was fairly old. It was called Brian's Red. BRIANSREDD. BRIANSRED. Brian's Red. Now, he had 51,000 subscribers, and it was called Life After Stroke, but I think he had a channel either before he had a stroke or since he's had a stroke, he's been doing a lot of other stuff with it. So hashtag Catholic, a Catholic mom's life, everyday Catholic, and she's still looking for one more one. Sounds like you're on the ball. I like it. But this Brian's Red has 51,000 subscribers, but I think he also does either tech or DJ kind of stuff. So there wasn't a lot in there about his stroke, but you might want to check it out just to see how he described it, because that was the first video that I saw. And there was another one called Mike Davis, Davis. I think it was Mike Davis. And I don't remember how many subscribers he had, but he's like about a year post stroke. And then the last one was Sam Billinger, Billinger, Sam Billinger. And Sam is a girl, and she had a stroke at 21, and it talks about her rehab. So those are 4 channels that I found that you could kind of loosely consider as your competitors, because like you said, the rest were from like either medical practices or physical therapy practices or things like that. But there's certainly information that you can glean from those channels. So check out those 4 that I found last night. Okay. Okay, we talked about the Instapot. Oh, you're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. How many of you have thought about doing product reviews? And doing product reviews on things that you already have in your home. I think product reviews can be a good source. So Creative Nature, that's Donna, and she wants to know, how do you search for your competitors? Well, Donna, this is what you want to think about. You want to think about, first of all, who is in your niche. So if I remember correctly, you like to do like artsy projects. You're very creative. So I would consider looking at My Style, My Colors, or I would consider looking at Style with Pat, because both of them are very creative, as well as Moomdog's Life Handmade. And is it Rosie? What's Rosie? Oh shoot, what's Rosie's channel, guys? It's not Roses Are Red, but there's a Rosie that always jumps on. But I would consider looking at her channel as well, because you want to look at who are the people that you look at that do similar things to what you do. Who are the people that you enjoy or like? Do you see a channel that does something similar to you and you want to be like them when your channel grows up? Those are your competitors. And we're not thinking about competitors like in a negative perspective, but people that you admire. And then choose 3 of those. Now, if you get the free version of VidIQ, you can set up a competitors tab on the free version, and they will allow you to choose 3. You've got to have the paid version to do 6, but the free version will give you 3. Hey, Michelle, my everyday wife. Life is good to see you. I think you got tagged in the Laundro chat. Did you know that? In case you didn't know that, I'm letting you know. I saw it. You got tagged in the Laundro chat. But yeah, Tricia, I think reviews on products for rehab at home for physical therapy would be excellent because it makes sense for you. So yes, for stroke patients, that would be great. All right, so something else that okay, so Michelle says she does know that she got tagged. Okay. So when I was talking about, so let's see. Now that I don't know, Stephanie, if you can, her question was, once you pick 3, can you change them? And I don't know, and because I was going to consider doing that because I picked, she's in her apron, and I really shouldn't have picked her. You know, typically you should pick someone that is somewhere close to you. Like if you have 1,000 subscribers, then you might want to pick someone that's somewhere between 500 and 10,000 or 500 and 25,000. And I picked She's in Her Apron just because I like her, but she's got like 300,000 subscribers. And it's like, you know. But okay, so April says you can, you just need to remove one. So I guess if you delete one, then you can add a different one in there. So good, because I haven't tried that yet, but I was going to investigate it because I was thinking about taking She's in Her Apron off and switching her out with somebody that made a little bit more sense for me. So there's that. Okay, so now one of the things that he talked about too was how important titles were, that your title was probably the most important thing. secondary only to your thumbnail because YouTube, as the search engine, looks for your title. So tell me, are you guys using keywords in your title? Let's talk about good examples of titles. I think this will be a good time for us to do it while we're kind of on to kind of help each other tweak some things. And it looks like I'm buffering, which doesn't usually happen, but I'm buffering for some reason. Hello. Well, hopefully you can still hear me, but I can see that I am frozen. Well, you know, Jackie, six-figure subscribers might be okay for you, but I don't know. I would try to find at least two that are closer to where you are. Like like if you've got 1,000 subscribers, maybe you might want to pick someone between 10 and 50,000, just so it's a little bit more realistic. I don't know why I'm frozen. Hopefully it'll pop back in. I don't usually have this problem. But okay, I'll keep talking. But one of the things I thought about, though, was in looking at the titles, since it's the first thing that we see in the search box. And then one of the other things that he also showed was that the first line in the description box pretty much mirrored the title. And he said this is a way to tell YouTube what your video is about. So guys, give me some suggestions, but I'll share with you something that I tried yesterday, and then you can share with me your suggestions for titles for yourself. But so in my Shout Out Sunday, my title was Shout Out Sunday with Denise Jordan, Challenges, Collabs, and Open Invites. And then in my first line, I put Shout Out Sunday Show with Denise Jordan, Challenges, Collabs, Open Invites will bring you updates on the latest open invitations and collaborations. So I really have tried to make a difference with that. And remember, I've said before that the first 3 lines in your description box are the most important, but it sounds like that first line is very important as well. So I'm trying to switch up how I write that. I wonder if I shake this, if it'll unfreeze me. I don't know what to do to try to unfreeze me. So has anyone tried working with their titles in that first line? Let's talk about that, because it sounds like that's pretty important. And I didn't lose you guys, did I? Are you still out there? Somebody just send me a thumbs up or a little note or an emoji or something. Okay, so yeah, you guys are still there. All right. Okay, cool. You guys are still there. All right, so Don, I'm glad you guys can hear me even though I'm frozen. I've got this I'm looking at myself in this picture with my mouth open. So Stephanie downloaded Grammarly as a Google extension to help make better description box and make it easier to read. Okay, that sounds good. You know what? I have not downloaded Grammarly, Stephanie, so tell us how you like that particular tool. Yeah, tell us how you like Grammarly. So now Mary says she always repeats her title in the first line of the description, and she repeats her title in the first line of her video. So Sylvia says she writes in her description like she's writing the first line in a book. Very descriptive. Well, okay, it can be like the first line in a book, but remember, you're talking to a person. You're not writing a book. And so we don't always write in a book like we talk. And we want to make sure that that first lines mirror, we're trying to switch it up so that our first line mirrors that title somewhat. Leading with the keywords too. That's important too. So Beth Ann says she's done with PT and she's on her way home. So she must be going to physical therapy for something as well. I'm not sure what. I must have missed that. The other thing that he suggested was setting up a trend alert. Has anyone done that? Set up a trend alert with their free version of VidIQ. Well, I'm going to have to download Grammarly because Mary said she uses it as well and that she likes it. So Mary, you tried a trend alert. What do you have your trend alert on, and how many videos did you set it for? Right now, I'm getting trend alerts on if any videos pop up regarding the Fisher Price infant sleeper recall. I'm getting trend alerts on that, and I did set up a Google trend alert where I'm getting information about laundry, things like for example, there was this new challenge with teens about eating the Tide Pod things, that kind of thing. Hey Stephanie, how you doing? Oh, and we got something I gotta do for you too, so I haven't forgotten. Okay, so Sylvia says she writes it in her description. She writes like she's writing with a friend. Stephanie, are you in the hospital? So Mary looks up nourishing traditions, nutrient dense, and traditional foods. Okay, so when those topics pop up, then they let you know that. So Stephanie, oh, I'm sorry you're in the hospital. How are you doing? Well, obviously you're not fine or you wouldn't be in the hospital. So we'll send some prayers out for you and hopefully you will be getting better soon. So our thoughts will be with you. Yeah, she's in the hospital, so she's not okay, but she's getting better. Oh, her blood sugar's up. Oh my, she's got a blood sugar over 500 and said it's not going down. So yeah, you might be there for a few days while they handle that blood sugar. So you're definitely in the right place to get it taken care of. And our prayers and thoughts will be with you, hoping that it does come down quickly so you can get out of there, get home, and get to making videos. So yes, prayers will be going up. All right, so the last piece that I had marked down that I thought that we wanted to make sure that we did was to set up the trend alerts. And so if you guys have not done that, think about setting up a trend alert with VidIQ, the free version, and think about setting up a trend alert on Google because you can do that, and that's free, of course, on Google. And then the other thing that he mentioned, and this is the last point, and then we'll be done. Oh, how on Google? You know what? I don't remember how to do it on Google right now. I'd have to go back and think about that. But I'll let you guys know Sunday how to do it because I've forgotten how I did that. But I set it up, and I just get a little email notification several times a day if there's something new in regards to Tide Pods or laundry and different things like that. The last topic that I wanted us to think about in regard to this video was the channel audit button. On the free version, there's a channel audit button, as well as on YouTube, there's a channel audit button. How many of you have looked at that? And if you have not, let's all make a point to try to investigate the channel audit button on YouTube as well as the free version of VidIQ so that next week when we get together, we can talk a little bit about how we are applying that information and what we've learned. And then I will post a new, so see, several of you guys are saying you've not tried it. And I must admit, I have not either. Loretta Dot says she hasn't even seen it. Well, I've seen it, but I just looked at it and kept it moving. So I'm going to actually click on it and see what it has to say about my channel. So let's all do that so that next week when we get together on Monday, I will ask how well things were going for you on your channel audit. So we'll take a look at that next week. And the other thing I'll ask you to do is to have set up a trend alert for something on your channel. So we'll see how that works out too. Because the one thing that the channel audit can do is let you know what's working and what's not working. And they say don't make videos that's not working. And sometimes I'll make videos that I just like. Like I love my laundry videos and they're not my best performing videos initially, but what I do find with my laundry videos is they steadily gain traction and I get the views over time. So my how to do ring around, how to attack ring around the collar, I've gotten quite a few views on that, but it took some time to get that traction. So sometimes I make videos that I feel like need to be made, knowing that I'll get the views later. And like my infant sleeper recalls, you know, I'm ahead of the trend on that. There's not a lot of views, but it's slowly coming. So Stephanie says she's not good at multitasking. Hey, not many of us probably are. So, okay, ladies, I think that's probably enough for now. We've been on for a little over an hour. So you guys have a nice Mother's Day on Sunday, and then I will see you Sunday night for our regular Shout Out Sunday show, and then again on Monday. And have a good week. And remember, we're applying the information that we're learning. So I'm going to switch out the question now, and I'm going to upload. The next post will be, what are your 3 competitors? What's your second takeaway? And how are you going to apply it to your channel? So I will see y'all later. I get that, Michelle. I do that too. Sometimes I make a video that I just want to make, and then we get it later. Loretta Dot, I did grab your laundry chat.